Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am Udit Indraganta from Intex, the organizing committee, and I would like to warmly welcome all the guest speakers joining today. And I like to welcome all the sisters and brothers who are here with us now. And before starting, I will give a brief introduction to this session. So perhaps you might have heard before or might not have heard before. NBQSA is a competition conducted in Sri Lanka by the Sri Lankan section of BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT, over the past 23 years, providing recognition to outstanding achievement for individuals and organizations in Sri Lanka who have developed high quality ICT products, opening a window to gain international recognition for local ICT products while identifying young talents and providing them an opportunity to develop their skills in ICT. So NBQSA has been organized under 9 head categories for both student and commercial, presenting gold, silver, bronze awards for the winners in those categories. So we as students can participate in this competition under tertiary student categories. And today's session is about these tertiary student categories and how we can apply for this. And we have invited a panel from BCS to make you guys aware of this program. So if you have any questions, make sure to clarify with them before you go. So now I would like to invite our speakers to continue this session. Uh, Mr. Lassiter, you can continue.
Anka will start with the welcome.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the introduction. On behalf of BCS Sri Lanka section, I would like to warmly welcome every one of you to the introduction, basically on the tertiary category of the National ICT Award NBQSA. So myself is Shanaka. I'll be basically welcoming and giving a small introduction of what the program we have organized for you today. We have basically organized a very vibrant and a very, what you call a very professional session for you all, starting with BCS. We will be briefing about you about the BCS Sri Lanka section and about the NBQSA, the National ICT Award, what are the benefits of taking part in NBQSA. Then the categories also will go through each and every category, and you will be given insight of the categories which you all are taking part also, and how the judging process and the evaluation process, how it has been handled by a team of professionals from BCS. And we are not going to stop from local NBQSA. We are taking the winners to the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance Award. So we'll be briefing about that as well, and your benefits and how to apply. And we'll be conducting a comprehensive Q&A session. Some of the questions I think already you all have raised, and we'll be taking live questions also today. And you all are free to feel free to ask any questions from all 3 languages. That is also we are prepared. So without taking much of my time, I would like to call upon our chairman, BCS chairman, Kugan, who is the group CIO of Janashakti Group of Companies and the current chairman for BCS Sri Lanka section, and he has been a judge for NBQS and APICTA. Over to you, Kugan.
Thank you, Shankar. Good morning to you all. So it is a great day to you all. We are conducting the program on a holiday in Sri Lanka, full moon day. I am very passionate and enthusiasm to be in front of you all. On a holiday, you have done very good thing. One is you have committed yourself. One is you want to be passionate that you want to win these awards. So this is one of the key success, friends. If you want to come up in your life, 2 things. One is the commitment. Other one is you should have the passion, what you are going to do. As I was listening, Usain Bolt, the sprint king of the world fastest man, about 2 days back, then he said 2 more things to add to be a winning stage. He said, one is the commitment first, Then you should have the passion. The third thing is focus. So you friends, you have shown your commitment and passion that you want to be here today, this session. That shows how much of the willingness you want to create, that you want to bring a fame to yourself and to the universities. So it is a very proud moment for us to conduct the programs on holidays like this. Friends, I want you all to become a going forward. Everybody in this, who has committed to be here, we want to be a winner going forward. And we want you all to be a big stage guys. I'm sure you have seen your old senior people. A lot of people, they are doing their own companies. They are doing very well as an entrepreneur. And some are doing very well in Silicon Valleys and other countries. From the University of Morocco, I'm sure you are having a very good the curriculum and different types of the courses offers, and you are well facilitated by the professors and doctors. I'm sure you have a good guidance. So it is a proud movement for you all also going forward, that you have some extra value additions for your qualifications going forward. We are going to have these NBQSA, the National ICT Awards for students. It is to uplift the quality of the product and to give some value additions. When you come out from the universities, I'm sure I'm always take this example, like when you come out from the universities, I'm sure you all are following 4 years course. Some of you will come as a BSc in electronic engineer. Some of you will come as a software engineering. Some of you will come with the information technology. So there will be a different course. Everybody will have first class, second class, upper. Some of you will pass. What the important is, like when you come out from the universities, how you are going to add value to yourself. That is very key success. How you are going to add value to yourself. Like everybody will become like a pizza base. You know the pizza, when you make a pizza, when the pizza having its own dough. Then on top of that, you have to add tomato sauce. Then you have to add the cheese. Then the different customers, they like toppings, tandoori chicken, some like vegetarian, some like seafood. So based on the industry need, you have to add value to yourself. And each consumer's taste is different. So you are going for a company, some company, they wanted AI specialist, they want BI specialist, somebody want a Java specialist. So they are looking at different the consumer needs are outside when you come out from the universities. But you have, like for the one interview, there will be 5 or 6 people, but you have to be extraordinary. How you are going to be extraordinary? It is the avenue that we are going to create for yourself. You are going to do a lot of research. You are going to upskilling yourself, comparing your products, and you are going to do a presentation within 10 to 15 minutes about your product. In the interview, also the same thing. When you are facing an interview, within 10 to 20 minutes, you have to prove yourself how you are going to add value to the particular company. So this is the kind of a good training base for you all to come out. So if you take about the BCS, friend, the BCS is a British, please next screen. It is a, where we are from. We are from the Chartered Institute for IT, the BCS is known as a professional body in the world. It is formed in 1956 under the British Computer Society. Now we have the royal status, and Chartered Institute IT from 2010. So most of you heard about IEEE and like that. So we are from the IT professionally. This is the only international professional body available in Sri Lanka. And you have a lot of networking opportunities, not only in Sri Lanka, with the worldwide. We have about 70,000 members who can join. And we have a lot of community programs. If you go to our BCS website, we have a lot of community programs starting with the latest trend, what is happening in the world on the AI, big data, UI, UX concept, robotics. So there are a lot of different forums are there. I'm sure you can be a part of that forums and you can be a member. Once you become a member, you can expand your network with the other fellow members worldwide, and you can share your knowledge, you can gain more, and you can upskill your knowledge further. So this is how we are helping. Our main motto is making IT good for society. So that is why we are doing this program in Sri Lanka to ensure that we are making IT good for society. So we have more than 100 countries. So I'm sure, friends, this is a good opportunity. You can be part of this, the worldwide professional IT. In Sri Lanka, we have started in 1996, the BCS region. We have more than 3,000 members and 150 CITB. So once you come out from the university, friends, you can become the MBCS. You can apply straight away. We have 50% discount for Sri Lanka to become a member. Then you will get, addition to your application of engineering, you will get a member of the BCS. And after sometimes, with the experience, you can apply for a CITP, that is a Chartered Institute for Technology Professionals. So this is one of the very good thing for your things, applying for a CITP. Then further, once you get more entrepreneur, and so this is the very good progressive to add extra value additions to yourself going forward. So this is the ideal opportunity, friends, to become a member of the BCS and to expand your knowledge. I'm not promoting, but it is to good networking opportunities to learn more and be part of the society going forward. Next, please. If you take all of us, today, all of us are voluntary services, okay? In addition to what we are doing as a professional, all of us are very professional people in our committee. These are the section officers. So we have Mr. Secretary, Mr. Vajendra Kantragami. He's the Managing Director for STEMCO Asia Pvt Limited. Our Treasurer is Mr. Alonso. He's a Founding Director for Trigen Consulting. And immediate past President is Mr. Hansit Fernando. He's a Managing Director for Pvt Limited. Next, please. We have the section members. Everybody are voluntary. They have giving their best to ensure that we are doing something for ICT industry to uplift the skills and the professionalism and the other various programs we are conducting in Sri Lanka. So we have Dr. Dilipa. He is a past chairman for the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance. I'm sure our other panelists will explain what is a APICTA. Mr. Tilagaratna, he is our chief judge this time. So he was the head of the IT for Ceylon Electricity Board. Mr. Ruan Amarsagar, he is a consultant for many of the IT digitalization projects. And he is a pioneer in most of the BCS Sri Lanka section activities in Sri Lanka. Mr. Shanaka Rajapaksa is a CEO of Apps Technology. So this time he is a chairman for the National Best Quality Software Awards. We have Sanjeeva, he is a lecturer and consultant for various universities. We have Mr. Nirmalan, he is a managing director for most of the trainers program. And we have Dr. Lasit, he is a senior lecturer at University of Sri Yavathanapura. We have Dr. Prasad, he is a managing director for Langabel. Then we have Dr. Anura, he's a professor, assistant professor at SLIT. And he is a manager IT for National Development Bank, and who is the woman in IT. Next, please. So these wonderful, the committee members, they are doing for last, I'm sure, a couple of years from the inception, from the last 22 years, they ensuring that uninterrupted the National Best Quality Software Awards in Sri Lanka, the only awards in Sri Lanka having like an Oscar awards in Sri Lanka called National ICT Awards in Sri Lanka. So you have to be proud, be a part of this awards going forward. In addition to that, friends, we are doing, I'm sure our panelists will explain the APICTA. Very important thing is when you become out of the universities, we have a lot of other opportunities. We have B2B, there's a B2B program we are conducting. You can be a part of that. And if you have already a company, you can pitch your product and you can expand to not only in Sri Lanka, to the worldwide. We are having a data analytics and AI-based summit. If things are okay, if pandemic is resolved, we'll be having one more conference, the latest IT trends in Sri Lanka. Very important factor is, other thing is we have introduced for last 2 years, certificate of quality assurance. It is like, if you take the finance companies, we have the Fitch ratings, RAM rating, to see where your product, where your company is at the moment. So like that, we are giving a certificate of quality to ensure your quality standard. So other one is a young professional group. We are having a monthly programs like you all. Please visit our website, BCS Sri Lanka section or NBQC. You can see the monthly program. Be part of the program. We are not only we are bringing the ICT program, but we are bringing the other soft skills such as leadership skills, latest trend, knowledge, everything. We are having monthly program. Be part of the program going forward. Next, please. So these are the section activities currently we are doing. I'm sure my friends will tell you about the National ICT Awards, and young professional group is very, very important. Dr. Lasit is leading, and he's a veteran on this. I'm sure it is a very helpful for you all going forward. Be part of the program going forward. I'm sure the latest trend, there are a lot of programs we are conducting, and we do hope to have continuously do that, so you can participate and get more knowledge, and you can expand your network with other fellow members as well. Next, please. This is, as I told you, the certificate of product quality. I'm sure those who are participating this time, you can request for the certificate of product quality. Even some of you all have started your own company currently. You can participate even in the commercial category, and you can request for the product quality to promote your product. I'm sure you are having very innovative thinking, creative ideas. This is a good platform to showcase your creativity, awareness, and in this the National ICT Awards. We do have a lot of continuous process development programs. My advice is, please visit our main website, the BCS UK website, the bcs.org. We have a lot of series of programs, a lot of latest trend, and you can be a winning stage going forward. And Asia Pacific ICT Awards, friends, if you want to participate in Olympic, you have to practice now. Like that, if you want to participate in Asia Pacific ICT Awards, please go to that website. When you're designing your product, see how your product can be benchmarked against that. So do that. Now itself, do a lot of research, and I wish each and every one of you to be a winning stage, a big stage, guys, going forward. With that, over to you, Shanaka. Thank you.
Thank you, Gugan, for the wonderful insight. Actually, I'll be talking a little bit about NBQSA, the National ICT Awards, and how basically an introduction into NBQSA. This was started in 1998, and we are going to have it. We are actually going to celebrate the 23rd anniversary as well. Our main sponsor is BCS UK, and I mean, a lot of private and government sector organizations are helping us through. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to organize a huge award ceremony. Like as Gugan said, it's the Oscars of the ICT industry in Sri Lanka. So we have been supported by the private sector, and like ICTA, all those government organizations also basically endorsing our event. So moving forward, let's talk about how the hierarchy works in the NBQSA. So we have the body and the National ICT Awards, NBQSA. Then we have the marketing committee, which I represent, and we have a judging advisory committee and the award night organizing committee. So basically, we work very transparently and independently these three groups, because we want to maintain the integrity and the highest quality when it comes to judging. So basically, judging advisory committee comprises of all the academias and business prominent business guys who will be judging the products, and we have the special award committee, commercial award committee, and the tertiary award committee as well, which you all basically fell into the tertiary award committee. Then we have the Asia Pacific. We are going to talk about a little bit of APICTA, Asia Pacific ICT Alliance, which comprises about 20 to 21 countries, which has the main body. Then we have these NBQS, all the events happening in Asia Pacific ICT Alliance as well. So basically, what we are doing is the winners, we are taking it to the next level, where the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance Award. So this year, definitely we are going to have the event, most probably a digital event. So all the winners will be taken to APICTA, which is happening in hopefully in Malaysia. Yeah, next slide, please. So basically, this objective of National ICT Award NBQSA is to provide a platform. Basically, we are one. I think we are only organization which provides a very good solid platform to showcase the local products and get the basically award. So and to discover innovative solutions, business and solution to the world. So we'll provide recognition to outstanding achievements of individuals and organizations in Sri Lanka who have contributed immensely to the ICT industry in Sri Lanka. Then we are creating a window of opportunity, both local and internationally, for all the ICT products. And I always tell this, taking part in NBQSA, you are not going to lose anything, because your product will be evaluated by one of the veterans in the industry, both academia and when it comes to the private sector, commercial category. So basically, your products will be evaluated, and you all can definitely take the feedback and make the product evolve to a higher standards. So that is how the NBQSA award structure, and what are the benefits, all those things we'll talk about in the later part of the presentations. So moving forward, Dr. Lasita, who is our co-chairman, the deputy chairman of NBQSA 2021, who is a senior lecturer at University of Sri Jawatanapura, and he's NBQSA judge from 2006 and member of the APICTA judge as well. So he'll be giving us about how the award insight into award categories and various other things. Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you, Shanaka. So good afternoon, everyone. So I hope you can hear me loud and clear. And I'll be taking you within the next few minutes across the competition at a glance. So NBQSA as a awards ceremony has over 40 categories altogether. And right now we have called applications. The application calling has gone up on our site, and competitors can apply, including students. So today's session is basically to focus about 3 student categories, but then NBQSA as event as a competition has much more categories, which I'm not going to explain today. But if you move ahead in your career and join the industry, I'm sure there'll be opportunities where you will come back to NBQSA to showcase your products if you are in the industry. So basically, if you look at student, like apart from some competing categories for different categories of products, we have something called special awards, which are comprised of technology awards. So like say IoT technology, AI technology, blockchain technology of the year. These are aimed at commercial products, not students. Then we also have some special awards like mobile payment application of the year, cloud computing. But the last category here, which is a special award for addressing like solutions around national disasters, is open for students. In other words, although I mentioned there are 3 basic categories that you can apply, on top of this application, you can apply to the special award. I'll explain about the special award later. So to start with, I mentioned about the 3 categories, and we'll be going across these 3 categories now. So although we mentioned 3 categories, for in your case, I believe all of you who are here are undergraduates. Your application will, if you are competing for NBQSA, your application is basically falling into one of 2, which is technology student and technology business category. So NBQS as a competition back from the early 2000s has had these student categories open. We initially started off with 1 category, which was then called student category, but now and since 2013 we have 2. We have opened a special category for business. So in other words, the other one becomes technology. So I believe most of you are in a from the faculty of IT or faculty of engineering, and your programs may generally be aligned with the technology category. So before we go into the category description, who can apply for NBQSA? So if you are as an individual, you can apply for the competition. If you are with a group of students, you can. The main criteria is that your project, what you are submitting, is something you have done as part of your university program. So if that is the case, then you would have a supervisor. So a supervised project is what we expect to be submitted, something where a supervisor can certify that, you know, this has been done by the student. That's important. And who can apply? So we understand that different universities have different calendars. So the calendar at Moratuwa and for Colombo or some other university will be different to each other. Unfortunately, we have to stick to one calendar, which is to align with the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance Awards. So what do? We permit students to apply even after technically even after their graduation. You could apply, because if you didn't now, let's say your projects are still underway, so your projects are not ready right now. So what can you do? Actually, you could apply next year, if you even if you're graduated. So what we have generally say is within a 1 year period of graduation. So now our application calling is right now on, so it ends this next month. So if you graduate after 31st July 2021, that is this year, you can apply next year. So if you know of anyone who has applied, who has not applied for NBQSA, who has a nice project, a good project, and has graduated after 31st July 2020, you are eligible to apply this year. If your degree certificate says the effective date of the degree is October 2020, you can apply for NBQSA this year, right? So if we go, so individual or group, we classify both of you as one category. So there is no separate group category or individual category. There is nothing like that. So we just look at the project aspect of the in the competition. So what's the difference between technology projects and business projects? So the main difference is basically the focus. In a technology project, the evaluators would be more looking at the technology and the end product, how it has been developed. Whereas in the business category, it is more a proof of concept that you need to have developed as part of your project. However, you need to have looked or focused more on the business aspects in the design and planning stage, and more focus in that is expected in the evaluation. So if you look at the postgraduate category, this was opened up in 2012, and you have say if you are like a master student or a doctoral program student who's in at the University of Moratuwa, if you know of anyone, they could apply in the same way. So that's that category. I'm not going to go in great detail, but we'll look at this special category, which is applicable for students right now. So some of your projects which you have done in your final year or as part of this degree, may involve something which has addressed, for example, the pandemic. Now, this special award category that we opened last year is applicable for students where if you have done a project which has addressed in some way solution related to the pandemic. It could be related to how vaccines are administered. It could be related to anything related to the pandemic in some way. You apply for the normal project, but then in top of that, during the application process, you can apply for this at no additional cost for students. So what happens is that your evaluation will be considered by the judging panel originally, and then you could be in line for a special award. So this particular special category is actually given, or we award this special award in collaboration with the Sri Lanka Inventors Commission. And during the last close to 20 years, there have been basically almost every institution, higher education institution in Sri Lanka has participated at NBQSA under the student categories, including University of Morato, who's actually continuously being part of the participation and also winning in most cases as well. So in just quickly to glance at, I'm not going to describe the winning projects, but you see here that University of Moratuwa logo is quite prominently applicable. The logo is basically indicating here the top prize or the gold award. And last year, project from University of Moratuwa did win the first gold the award. And in the business category, we have had less participation from Moratuwa because it may be the orientation of your projects. So both of these categories, we obviously do give awards. Postgraduate category has also been well, it's less competitive in terms of submissions. But if you see, Moratuwa University, like students from University of Moratuwa have participated and won in a number of years. Okay, so to describe how the evaluation for projects is carried out, I'd like to now invite our Chief Judge for NBQSA, Mr. Gitapriya Tilakaratne. Over to you, Mr.
Thank you, Dr. Lasit. I think good afternoon to everybody. I think you all can hear me well. Can we go to the slide? Yeah. So I will be talking about the judging process, basically, how your products are evaluated and how the awards are presented. So we have judging panels for each and every category. So you are in two different categories under the tertiary technology and tertiary business category, the two categories. So there'll be separate panels. So these panels will have at least 3 to 5 judges. We always try to keep 5 judges. Failing, it will be 3 minimum. And all these judges will be very experienced, maybe having over 10 years experience in the respective domains, both from academia and industry. Our evaluation criteria is based on Asia Pacific ICT Alliance Awards competition. But we have modified certain things to suit our local environment. So basically in Asia Pacific ICT Awards, you have tertiary 1 category for tertiary students, not 2 categories. But here we have these technology and business categories. That is the local situation. Then the awards, there are 4 classes of awards. The first one is gold, the highest one. The next is silver, and then bronze, and then we have merit awards. And there are certain qualifying levels, the qualifying scores for winning these awards. Next slide. can you go to the next slide? Yeah, then how we conduct the evaluation of a project. This is the timing arrangement for the evaluation. So basically this year, we will be having fully online evaluation, most probably. So that is over 90% sure we will have online evaluation. The timing is, you will have 3 minutes to connect to the system via the Zoom technology, whatever the technology we use. Then you need to upload a video of your presentation and demonstration with your application submission. At least you should upload the link for your video, and this video should be available for the evaluation. And it should be 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes. And if it is more than 10 minutes, we will terminate it at exactly at 10 minutes. So you have to have a video of your presentation and the demonstration before this evaluation. Then judges will look at this. It will be played by the host during the evaluation. Then there will be 10 minutes of Q&A where the judges will question about your presentation and demonstration regarding your product. Then you will have 10 minutes, sorry, 2 minutes to disconnect from the online demo. So altogether, you have 20 minutes of presentation, demonstration, and Q&A time. So other 5 minutes is for connecting and disconnecting. So during this, your product will be evaluated by the panel using an online judging system. And this judging system we have tested. Even we used it during the last year in BQSA, and it was used by even in Singapore for a competition last year, towards the end of last year. So it is a very well tested, fully online judging, the evaluation system, which will be used this time. And this time it will be used in APICTA also, because APICTA has a MOU with us to use the system for another 3 years. So this is how we conduct the judging session. If you have any questions, you can raise them at the end of this presentation regarding if you want some more details. Next slide. This is actually the same thing, but this is for a physical event. That is, if you have a physical judging session. So where the difference is, actually you have only 5 minutes for Q&A, not 10 minutes. All the other things are same. Next slide, please. Then we have here a sample evaluation criteria. Because for each and every category in this competition has a separate evaluation criteria. And even for your case, that is for tertiary technology and tertiary business, there are 2 evaluation criteria with a little difference. I will explain. If you take the technology stream, this is the criteria where you have, in the green color, you have criteria actually. They are called criteria. There are 5 criteria, and they will have different weightages, adding up to 100. And under each criteria, you have 2 attributes. In the white background, you have 2 attributes for each and every criteria. And they also carry some weightages, like 50%, 50%, or 60%, 40%, or something like that. So altogether, there are 5 criteria, and each are having 2 attributes with weightages. So finally, your final score is calculated with weighted marks. The judges will allocate marks for the attributes from 1 to 10. So as an example, one judge may allocate 5 marks for application of technologies, the first attribute of the uniqueness criteria. So like that, they will allocate marks for each and every attribute. So system will calculate the weighted score at the end of the session. So based on that, the winners will be selected. Next slide. This is for the business category. There is a little difference here. All the others are same. You will see ash background in the second, under the second criteria, proof of concept. The second attribute is different from the earlier one. So here it is actually implementation oriented attribute, because you will have to have a pilot trial for your business application. Others, I think, clear to you. Presentation means there is a evaluation for regarding your presentation and demonstration as well. So your presentation has to be a good one, because you can earn marks for that also. And also for how you answer questions. The inquiries is how you answer questions raised by judges. Okay, next. So this is basically how you calculate the final score. You get, I think it is clear to you because you all are university students. Each and every criteria will having weightages. So the mark is multiplied by the weightage, respective weightage, and then they are summated. After that, we will take the average of the judges' final score. So if we have 5 judges, sum of the final scores divided by 5. So that is the final score for your product. Next. Then how you allocate or present awards. To be eligible for any award, you have to score more than 60%. So if your score is more than 70%, you are eligible for a gold. And if your score is more than 65%, you are eligible for a silver. If you are above 60, you are eligible for a bronze, either for a bronze or a merit. Since there are only one, there is only one award for each and every, I mean, the top 3 categories, that is gold, silver, and bronze. There is only one award. 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. And then for others, you may get a merit. So that will be decided by the judging panel. As an example, say supposing there are 5 products, 4 are having more than 70. The highest one will get the gold. The second highest will get the silver. The third highest will get bronze, even though you are above 70. So the remaining one will get a merit, and also the remaining one below 70, and also it is if it is above 60, might get a merit, and that number of merits will be decided by the judging panel. So this is how we present the final awards. Next. So we have here's some guidelines regarding the judging. So most probably it will be online via Zoom. Judging will be conducted towards the second week or third week of August. And the dates will be published at our website nbqsa.org. So you are advised to see NBQ if you are interested in applying. See this website or visit this website frequently, because there will be update all the time. And then you must prepare a video of 10 minutes regarding your presentation and demonstration, a quality one, because it will be played online. And you have to publish or submit your link of that video or how you publish it in YouTube. This link should be submitted with your application when you make the application. And video can be hosted on YouTube as an unlisted video. And as I mentioned earlier, it should not exceed 10 minutes. And if it is longer than that, we will terminate at 10 minutes. And you are not supposed to record this video under any circumstances. Of course, I think we will have a watermark in the video so that if by chance or if somebody records it, it will be identified. You must have a reliable connection to connect, and maximum of 5 participants are allowed during the video session, and all should be visible during the session. Next slide, please. How you submit application is, it is again online, fully online process through our website. So all the instructions will be available closer to the judging date at the website. For tertiary categories, there is no application fee, but there is a refundable deposit of 1,000 rupees. And after the competition, this will be returned, but of course, there will be deduction of bank commission. So it will be less than 1,000 rupees you will get back. For you are actually undergraduates, because it's only 1,000 rupees, not postgraduate will have 5,000 rupees. For your case, it is 1,000 rupees refundable. Next slide. That's all regarding the evaluation process. If you have any questions, you can raise them at the end of this presentation. So take you from this point onward, it will be Mr. Ruwan Amarsekara. He is a very experienced judge and committee member and past chairman. So over to you, Ruwan, to proceed from here. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tilakaratne. Friends, what we need to look at is now you got to know about what the National ICT Awards is all about in relation to the tertiary students, tertiary and postgraduate students. But this whole competition is, as it was mentioned earlier, is not only for students. This is for the whole of Sri Lanka. And we have, from one side, we have the competition under multiple categories for the commercial products. Innovative Sri Lankan products can compete in that category, that group of that is the commercial segment of the awards program, and they can win awards and they get various other benefits in addition to that. The other side is the tertiary students area where you will be participating. Now, when you come into NBQSA, we call it NBQSA. Okay, now I'll tell this also. This is the National ICT Awards. But this was started as National Best Quality Software Awards in 1998. That is why we still use this acronym NBQSA, because a lot of people still remember the old name as well as the new name. So we use both interchangeably. So when you participate in the National ICT Awards, if you win, we give you an option for you to go to the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance Awards, a competition held for the whole of Asia Pacific region. And what we have is we have 17 countries in this 17 permanent member countries in the alliance, and the competition is held in one of the countries. Every year it changes from one country to another country, and it is to promote the ICT among the member countries. In addition to these 17 permanent member countries, there are some observer countries as well. They will at some point of time they might become members, or they might continue to be observer status. But the objective of APICTA is to promote ICT among the region and enhance technology innovation and capability and adoption of ICT in the region. And at the same time, it is trying to encourage the development of ICT solutions for the global market from this region. So those are the main activities, main intentions of this competition or this organization, which is holding the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance Awards. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so how do we fit into this Asia Pacific ICT Alliance? How does the Sri Lankan community fit in there? Right, Sri Lanka, now each of those permanent member countries have board member position in the APICTA Alliance. So we have two organizations representing Sri Lanka. Our organization, that is the Sri Lanka BCS Sri Lanka section, or the BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT Sri Lanka section. The other organization is the Federation of Information Technology Industries Sri Lanka, their software chapter. It used to be called SLASI, or Software Vendors Association in Sri Lanka. So jointly, we hold a seat in the APICTA board. Now, how do we contribute to this equation? BCS Sri Lanka section is conducting the National ICT Awards, and we select 35 commercial nominations. That is what I said earlier. The products, commercial products, out of the commercial products who compete in the NBQSA, 35 of those people will have a chance to go to APICTA through BCS program or National ICT Awards program. From the tertiary students' point of view, you will get a chance to, 3 of you will get a chance to go to APICTA through our program. FITIS is actually sending the school students. There is a competition called Young Computer Scientist Program, which is conducted in affiliation with the Education Ministry. They send juniors, 3 junior students, I think it's less than, younger than 12 years old students, and another 3 students who are up to the age of 16 years. So those students, those 6 students are selected by the YCS program conducted by the FITIS organization, and 38 products, or 35 products and 35 products and 3 projects from the tertiary students through the BCS Sri Lanka section. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, when you come into NBQSA, if you win, if you are the gold award winner, we have been sponsoring your air ticket and accommodation when you go to the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance competition. For silver award winner as well as the bronze award winner, we have been sponsoring the air ticket, 50% of the air ticket and the accommodation every year. So this year, of course, APICTA competition is going to be held online because of the pandemic and because of the travel restrictions. And we will be sponsoring certain things for the tertiary students, depending on how the APICTA is aligning their, or how they are announcing their competition. One hitch is there actually for all of you. Last year in 2020, APICTA competition was not held. So instead of that, again due to pandemic, instead of that, they are going to hold the competition for last year as well as for this year, a combined event, combined competition for this during this year in December, first week of December. That's the time that they are going to have the competition. So we will have to, or you will have to compete among yourself to get into this slot, as well as you will have to compete with the last year tertiary students also to go into APICTA. But you will, of course, win you will win an award in Sri Lanka, as Mr. Tilakaratna indicated. You will get gold, silver, bronze, and merit awards for the year. But to go to APICTA, you will have to compete with the last year students. This is an exceptional situation. We also don't have any control over that, but we will be very fair in selecting the parties when we go to, when we send you all to APICTA. Let's go to the next slide, please. Yes, so this is what I said. Every year, the competition, APICTA competition is held in different countries, Thailand, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Australia, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Vietnam. So various countries it was held, Macau and various places. In 2015, it was held in Sri Lanka. And this year, as I said, 2020 and 21 combined event is going to be held in Malaysia. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Okay. Now, Sri Lanka has been involved in the APICTA competition since 2003. At various intervals over different years, we have been winning various awards. This is a combined number of awards that are listed in the chart. We have been winning awards. Especially tertiary students have been doing really well in this competition. The tertiary Sri Lankan students have done really well. And last 3 years, 2017, 18, and 19, we see a very good improvement in the awards winning by Sri Lankans. So we have 9 awards in 2017, 10 awards in 2018, 2019, 11 awards, and we became the second in ranking of awards with Taiwan. So Taiwan and Sri Lanka are joint number 2 in 2019. And we were expecting that in 2020 we would do better, but unfortunately it was not there. But this year there is fierce competition, and hopefully we will win awards. And let's go to the next slide, please. And we will want you guys to help Sri Lanka to win more and more awards. If you look at this slide, this was in 2019. This was in Vietnam. So some of the people who went there, some students, some corporates. You might see if you really look at these faces, you might know some of these people are like IT company owners, some IT company business leaders, trainers, lecturers, and the whole very good contingent. We had about 50 people participating in the competition with 39 or 40 products. So we were there in Vietnam, and we became number 2. So this year, you all can contribute, and you all can win awards and make Sri Lanka the number 1 in the APICTA competition to 2020-21 combined event. Let's go to the other thing to continue with the rest of the things. What I can say is that you can see that how tertiary students from Sri Lanka have achieved in the APICTA. Now, last year we won gold award. Year before also we won gold award, and number of merit awards in various years. And 2006 we have won gold award. Likewise, we have done exceptionally well. And these are the winners of NBQSA going to APICTA and winning awards there and making a mark in the Asia Pacific region to take Sri Lanka to the level that number 2 level in the region. So you can do the same thing this year, and we request you to do it. What we do is when you go to APICTA, when you finish NBQSA, before you go to APICTA, we do conduct a series of training programs so that you will be geared, you will be trained, you will be coached, and your presentations will be refined for you to be ready to go to APICTA. We have quite a number of senior or experienced judges who had judged in APICTA awards. So we use them to support this training program. So you will be coached, like you will win awards on your own with your supervisor from the university. Then once you win awards in NBQSA, you will be coached by another set of people to go to APICTA. At the same time, if it is a physical event that they are going to hold, you'll be sponsored to go there as well. So those are the benefits that you will get from APICTA. So some of these are the winners. The top left-hand corner, this was the first time that we won a gold award for tertiary students. I think he's now a senior lecturer, or I'm not sure whether he's the professor now. In 2004 or 2005, if I'm not mistaken, he won the gold award at APICTA. He is doing a lot of research and development. He has his own company. Similarly, all these people have their own companies, do their bits, and what you need to remember is you create a solid project as your undergraduate requirement. That project itself can make you an entrepreneur, as well as it can bring you a lot of fame and recognition in Sri Lanka as well as in Asia Pacific region. And there are many more benefits that you will have if you connect up with the NBQSA program. So let's go to the next slide. To talk about those benefits, what you get out of NBQSA, in addition to APICTA participation and winning awards there, to talk about those, I would request Mr. Vajindra Skandagamage. He's the current secretary to BCS Sri Lanka section. And he's a veteran in NBQSA program, as well as he's a very experienced judge of APICTA, to take you through the rest of the benefits that you will get by participating in the NBQSA program. Over to you, Vajendra.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Hope you all can hear me.
Yes.
So, right. Okay. So, I think we have gone through the entire cycle of the NBQSA and who we are, the BCS Sri Lanka section. And some of the benefits, and I think almost most of the benefits being discussed by the previous speakers. So there are some other benefits as well for as a students. So first of all, when you participate from your institutions, your institution itself get a recognition. So then this will give basically like a measurements where how your educations or your framework of a study recognized. So this is where the institution come into play, and when you represent your institutions, the recognitions received by you itself gives a recognition back to your institutions. This is why always we encourage the participants or the students to participate from their institutions, and always we request students to come through the institution what they are educating at the moment. So apart from that, as an individual or a group of tertiary students category, yes, definitely you will get more other benefits as well. As Ruwan clearly mentioned, you can represent Sri Lanka at the international competitions, not only at the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance competitions. We do have some other competitions aligned with NBQSA and also throughout the years. And especially from the BCS UK Awards, we will be nominating Sri Lankan students. If there's any requirements, we will be forwarding Sri Lankan students to the UK Awards competitions, as well as we do nominate Sri Lankan students in some of the other competitions across the world. So I'll be taking you to some of the international competitions and who won some of the competitions across the world at the next slides. And also we do support the students not only to gain or to win an award at the NBQSA, and from that point onwards, once you graduate and when you have some awards or when you won an awards, so you will be directly taken into the entrepreneurship platform, right? Directly we are taking you to the next level of your achievements, next level of your career path. We don't encourage students to place themselves in a job vacancies or whatever, but we encourage you to start your own career path with the entrepreneurships targets. So we have seen many of students who come across the NBQSA journey has gained a huge recognitions with the NBQSA, plus at the next level of the participation as a tertiary students, they have gone to the entrepreneur level, and they haven't stopped by there. So they have gone to the international markets. Now they are the big giants who play significant roles in the industry across the world. So you may see some of the examples from our next slides. Can you move to the next slides? Okay. So this is one of the examples that I have mentioned. So this is the InnoServe Awards conducted by the Taiwan Computer Association, where we do have a support. We do have a chance to nominate Sri Lankan students. And 2019, one of our students who we nominated won the first place. and they not only they are winning an award and the first place, and they have got the monetary value as well, monetary prize as well, and also they will be encouraging these students to go into next level, like as I previously mentioned, to start their own business, to be partner with the investor. So those type of very very well planned platform is there for us to support you in the career, your career with the NBQSA path. Right? Can you go to the next slide, please? Okay. Okay. So this is one of the very good example that we have. You can see the number of awards that he has received. This particular gentleman participated in NBQSA as a student level participants. So then he has moved himself into the tertiary level participation from a university. So then you can see this university, that is Sri Lanka Institute for Information Technology. Then he has moved to his career path by starting his own company. Now he's one of the big player in the country. You would have seen the company that he has started. Now he has gone to the very first level of the country's company list. So, and he managed to win the world as well. So, and when he started coming through the NBQSA journey, he identified, so with NBQSA, he can go up to the level that he's expecting. So, starting from student, then the tertiary student level, then by having their own company, and he has came to the basically the final awards competition in 2020 with the overall award winner. So this is what we have recognized. Recognize this particular gentleman and his company, and now he's one of the very well identified, talented gentleman who managed himself to be one of the key player in the world, right? So this is the benefit that you can gain throughout the NBQSA if you really keen on participating, and if you are really deserve to do, as Kogan really mentioned, to be focused. Yes, you have to be focused. You have to have a target. So then you can be a multi-millionaire at the end. So can you go to the next slide? Okay, with that, what I would like to take you all to the NBQSA calendar, because this is one of the very important thing when you are participating for the NBQSA 2021. So our application process, as Mr. Tilakaratne clearly mentioned, it will be online. So you have to apply online through our nbqsa.org website. So then the application calling is already started that Dr. Lasit mentioned. So then it is up to you all to decide when you have to apply, but we always encourage you to apply the online application, or start to have online applications immediately, because the closing date will be 17th July. So then don't wait till the last moment, because the traffic comes into the online application, may get some disturbance when you apply. So therefore be ready in advance, at least 1 week before the application closing date. So to manage your application process smooth, and you may have to know that the payment process also will be integrated, already integrated to the application. So there your payment should be done, the refundable payments should be done through the application online payment gateway. So we accept all the cards like Visa and Visa MasterCards will be accepted, or the debit card or the credit card accepted. So then it's very much easier for you to complete your application at the end of the application process. And to make sure that you will be available for the tertiary category round 1 judging, the date between 14 to 15 August, and also the second round evaluations will be done on 28th and 29th August. So please make sure that you will be available for both all these dates, and the final award competition will be held on 15th October as we planned. But it's all depend on the situations of the country and the world. So we'll be mostly the judging will be happening online, but the event we are planning to have it in physical event as we did last year. So we prepare for any challenge. So we'll be meet you at the NBQSA judging session on 14th and 15th. So then finally, as Ruan mentioned, the Epic Award competition will be held during the month of December 2021. So can we go to the next slide? Okay. Anything related to the NBQSA, or if you really want to clarify certain points, or you can to get some help for application process, you can contact our program manager. So you can directly email manage@nbqsa.org, or you can because we always encourage you to email. Most of the office are closed right now, so therefore you won't be able to get them on mobile, but we have mentioned one mobile number and the telephone number where we always carry out with the manager, so you can reach through these numbers as well. But if you have anything, any clarification, if you don't get any reply on time, so you can just escalate your information or your inquiries to info@nbqsa.org, as well as info@bcssrilanka.org, where all the officers and the office bearers and the SCO group will be reply then and there if you have any concerns relevant to the NBQSA process. So with that, I would like to take you all to the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, just please send it to us. I can't see any questions from the chat today. Dr. Lasit, do we have any questions from the previous registration or else anything?
Not from here, but I can just we can just quickly go through a few questions while anyone comes up under a question.
Correct. Okay. So we can we go to the questions, common questions that we receive? Are there any subcategories for tertiary students projects? Yes. Dr. Lasit, would you like to explain this slide?
Yeah. So basically, your project is either a technology or business project for undergraduates, right? So that is the that's the only two categories for undergraduates that we have. The special award is on top of your main application. And also, so what are the requirements for you to apply? You must be a full-time student in the university as of the end of July, or you have to have graduated anytime after 31st July 2020. Then you can be either a individual as a like you can have your project as an individual, or you can be a part of a group project which is supervised. So if you are, as long as you are supervised, there is no issue. So the supervisor has to certify your project at the time of submission. And also you need to, if it's a project, by the time you are evaluated, you need to have something to demonstrate. Maybe it is a software or a hardware which you have to demonstrate during the recording. You have to have that. If you just come and talk that I'm going to do this, I'm planning to do this in my research, that is not completed, and therefore you obviously, if you can't demonstrate anything, that may not be suitable, or that may not get you any rewards.
Correct. Thank you, Doctor. So now which means like if you really want to participate at the NBQSA is mostly focused on the product based competition. So therefore your products, or it can be ICT product, the combination of software, hardware, or whatever. So combination of it should be an ICT product or the services, or definitely or software only. So as Dr. Lasit clearly mentions, you can't come up with your ideas or your visions to describe it to the judges, where you don't get any marks for that, because your product has to be there and it has to be demonstrated. So can we go to the next? Okay, question. Okay, can we participate for the competition as a group? If we submit a group project, is it mandatory that we all in the same university or institution? Ruan, would you like to answer this question, Ruan?
Yeah, definitely. This competition is for tertiary students. It's open. You can compete as if you have a individual project done under your education program, that also can come in. Or if it is a group project, that also can come under this competition. You can submit your application. One thing is that you must, when you are applying, you need to, if it is a group, you need to mention the group members, their names, and you will not be able to change those names subsequently. That's a mandatory requirement. And the supervisor from your tertiary educational institution has to vouch that these are the exact group members of the project. And it is a mandatory thing that you are submitting through your tertiary educational institution, university or tertiary, any private institute, private university or government university or any other thing. Requirement is that you are doing this project as part of your learning program or education program in that university.
Okay. So which means that the students has to be in the one single institution, right? Exactly. So they can be compromised with the different universities. The group cannot be a different students represented from different universities, right?
Yes, that is because when these students win awards, if the institution is also recognized. So it has to be that all the students in that group of that project must be from a single institution or university.
Yeah. Students, as Shanaka clearly mentioned, if you have any questions, the language is immaterial. I mean, like Sinhala, English, and Tamil. අපිට භාෂාවන් තුනෙන්ම ඕගලන්ට කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්, ආන්සර් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඕගලන්ගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් කිසිම විදිහකින් බය වෙන්න එපා. ඕන වෙලාවක අපෙන් අහන්න. අපි සිංහලෙන් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම අපේ සභාපතිතුමා විසුගුණාදන් ඕන වෙලාවක ඕගලන්ට දමිළ භාෂාවෙන් උත්තර දෙන්න කැමතියි. ඒ වගේම ඕන දෙයක් ක්ලැරිෆයි කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම භාෂාව ගැන ප්‍රශ්නයක් කරගන්න නැතුව මෙතනදී ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න. ඒක කොයි වෙලාවකත් ඕගලන්ට අධිකමක්වත් කියලා හිතන්න එපා. අපි සිංහල කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්, අපිට දමිළ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම ඉංග්‍රීසි කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. මම කියන්නේ අපේ ටීම් එකට, right? ඒ වගේ ටීම් එකක් ඉන්නවා මෙතන. ඒ වගේම මම තවත් එකක් highlight කරන්න කැමතියි. මොකද මේ අපි කතා කරන්නේ මොරටුව යුනිවර්සිටි එකට අපේ චීෆ් ජජ් ඒ වගේම එහෙම නැත්නම් ප්‍රධාන විනිසුරුතුමා ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකෙන්මයි. ඉතින් ඒකමත් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ලොකුම අවස්ථාවක් දැනගන්න. මොකද එතුමා දැන් ඉන්න තත්ත්වයේ එතුමාගේ achievements throughout the IT industry as well as the NBQSA journey and how he has supported our process and how we have standardized our processes. All he's part of this group, right? And he's the Mr. Tilakaratna. මම හිතන්නේ 1974 තමයි එතුමා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ යුනිවර්සිටි එක ඇතුළත් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. 1978 තමයි යුනිවර්සිටි එකෙන් ග්‍රැජුවේට් වෙලා එළියට ගිහිලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් එතුමාත් එක්ක තමයි අපි වැඩ කරන්නේ. ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ යුනිවර්සිටියට ලොකු ගෞරවයක් ඒක. ඒ වගේම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයක් අපෙන් අහන්න. අපි ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නෙට යමු. How can I get an investment for my business idea? කුගන් අපේ සභාපතිතුමා. Kugan, I think you are there, right?
I'm here.
Yes.
I was muted.
Sorry. Okay. This is question, Kugan. Yes.
How can I get investment for my business idea? Yes, friends, there are plenty of opportunities are there in Sri Lanka. You have heard the latest news about 3 days back through Daily Mirror. There's a big angel investors they are coming to Sri Lanka now. Okay. So if your product, it is having a good value, there are a lot of angel investors are there in Sri Lanka also. Plus, very important thing is you can register with the ICTA startup program. So that was another opportunity for you all to be part of the ICTA is a spiralation program. Even though your ideas is excellent, there are a lot of investment companies are there to take your product, okay, such as IFS or Virtuso. You can go and sell, but ensure that your idea is unique and it is going to have some social impact and it is going to bring a revenue. After all, the each and every investor, how is going to thing is how is going to bring a numbers. Okay, the bottom line is how you are going to show numbers, short term, long term, and going for future, and how it's going to evolve. So if you can do a good paper or the good presentation, I'm sure you have a lot of opportunities, but do a good product to the competition. By winning the competition itself will give you a good investors, because there are about more than 450 CIOs, CEOs will be there in the award ceremony. I'm sure they can look this product and they will link out what is this product, and they themselves will invest going forward. So my advice is best is to start with the ICTA program. And there are a lot of angels investors are there around Sri Lanka, and they also can help.
Okay, I think Rohan,
yes,
you want to say something, right?
I need to add two things. For the chat question that was given, it needs to be individual projects need to be supervised. If it is unsupervised, your own personal project or product or whatever, you already have a small company that is producing something that can come under the commercial category. You can compete under the commercial category, but this is purely for the tertiary students, and even individual or group project, it needs to be supervised by a supervisor from assigned by the university. Yeah, coming back to the investment part of it, so through our biz-to-biz program, we try to facilitate, we try to help you to find investors. First thing, as Mr. Kugan indicated, very clearly, there will be lots of entrepreneurs, lots of investors, lots of CIOs, lots of CEOs, and owners of companies will be, and government officials, and political figures, everybody will be in that award ceremony. So when they see your product, when they see that you have won an award, they will also be interested in getting to know about your projects, and probably they can either hire you, or they can invest in your company, or they can help you to invest, help you to get investment, or they themselves will invest and help you to set up a company. At the same time, we also facilitate. Now, I know, like for some of the companies, both myself and Bajendra had nominated these startup companies and startup setup to go to various countries, different countries like Japan. Those people have invested because we recommended these products to them. So when we see your products at NBQSA, we also, like from the committee members' point of view, all of us, we will also recommend you to certain investment programs, so that you can get investment and you can do your work. At the same time, through B2B program, we will help you to, we will guide you, or probably will help you to formulate your own companies. So there is a lot that you can do if you have a solid, good project as part of your submission to NBQSA. Over to you, Vaji.
One more thing is, Vaji, I would like to add this, like one more previous questions also. Friends, some of you are very good technical, but in the meantime, it's very important things how you are going to do the presentation. So you can get a help within your university who can do an absolute presentation, and you can form a group and you can do the presentation, okay, within the university. And one more thing is, when you are looking for investment also, same thing, please have good marketing and strategic person also. as a partner, because that is important. Packaging is important. Your product is there, but it's important is how you are going to packaging and how you are going to market yourself. So it is absolutely, the two combination is important when you are looking for investment going forward. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any more questions, Doctor? Does the product need to be commercially used? Can Mr. Tilakaratne address this question?
Now, being an undergraduate project, there is no requirement as such, but it may be in the process of commercialization. There is no problem. You can come for the competition. There is no.
But if you are in the if you are already in the commercial market, yes, that will be added. That will be an added.
That will carry more marks for you because it's a
correct.
It's a market trend for that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. So from the chat also we don't get much questions.
Last question.
What kind of projects can we submit? Can I participate in the event by developing an Arduino based product? The doctor, hope you can address this.
Yeah, so I think if it's the basic idea is whatever you decided as your final year project is suitable, whether it is a completely software cloud based or it has some component like Arduino or Raspberry Pi or any other hardware component, that's not an issue. So basically what we are looking at is it must be packaged as a product, as we mentioned earlier. Like we basically are looking at that aspect. So because it is National ICT Awards, originally we had software only, but then it's any ICT product. So that is the final, I mean, that is the only thing that you need to consider here.
Just to add to that, we advise you to go through the evaluation criteria and see whether your product is according to those criteria, because ultimately you are coming to this competition to win. So judges will evaluate your product based on that criteria. So you are supposed to see the criteria, and even when you make your presentation or when you prepare your presentation, try to align with that criteria so that judges will be in a position to evaluate it better. So that is a must, I think.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ratna. If you don't have questions,
maybe if questions, like if you would raise your hand and ask directly, that is also, if there is.
Oh, possible. Okay. අපිට කැමති භාෂාවකින් අහන්න කිසිම ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් Okay, if you don't have any more questions, we would like to wrap up the session. So I would like to invite Shanaka, the chairman NBQSA 2021.
Thank you so much on behalf of BCS Sri Lanka section and the NBQSA organizing committee. We would like to thank everyone for participating, and our elite panel and our expo members who have given, actually Dr. Lasita who has organized this event. Thank you very much. And we are looking forward for your participation. Thank you.
Thank you, sirs. We have come to the last part of this valuable session. So in my point of view, this was a really useful session. Personally, I got to learn many things, and Mr. Kuganathan delivered a very interesting introduction at the beginning, and many could get to know new avenues after the graduation too. And Mr. Shanaka Rajapaksa gave a very good, clear explanation about NBQSA, and Dr. Lasit Gunawardene explained the categories and eligibility criteria related stuffs. and Mr. M.G. Tilakaratne gave us a good idea about the evaluation process. And Mr. Ruwan Amarasekara introduced us APICTA, explained how Sri Lanka pitched to APICTA, and the process through which winners are selected for APICTA. And apart from being a competitor or a winner, there are many more other benefits for you in your career path too, as Mr. Vajendra Kandegama said. So, dear sirs, we highly appreciate your effort to make this session a fruitful one, and you spent your precious time on behalf of us. Thank you all for that. And sir, I'm sure you will see some candidates from our university this time too. And I would like to insist our sisters and brothers to introduce their projects to this competition. I mean, kind of open the cages to let your effort fly higher, not only within the university, but internationally too. And as the last word, I thank you all for taking part in this session. So, let's wind up this session. Thank you again for everyone. Thank you, sirs, for participating.
Thank you very much, Udit. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, and all the very best to you all. Thank you.
Be safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Stay safe.